Welcome back. Since the beginning of this course, we've been talking about the influencers of human behavior, principles that cause your buyer to take action. We started out by saying that there were 8 of them out there, and we are today going to talk about the contrast principle. The contrast principle is essentially the idea to present and compare 2 things in immediate succession and present a greater item or idea first and then a second smaller item or idea. When you do that, the second idea or item will actually seem significantly smaller and more reasonable compared to the first. What this means is that if you have a request for somebody, you should start with a big request, then back off of your big request and ask for a smaller one. This is why in traditional sales, you've probably seen or heard something classic like this. We're looking for $8,000 down and $800 a month to buy this Toyota Corolla. But if you can't do $8,000 down, we might be able to get it done for as little as $3,000 or $4,000. Well, the customer may think, well, I don't have 3 or 4 or 8, but I could do 2. Well, see, $2,000 would have sounded like a lot of money if it was by itself. But when you say $8,000 first, then 3 or 4, now 2 actually kind of sounds reasonable. $800 a month sounds ridiculous on a Toyota Corolla, so $350 sounds more reasonable compared to $800. Let me ask you, do you think this approach works? Well, I'd agree with you, and it sounds like you may have even tried it yourself before. Using the contrast principle in your sales process can be a very effective technique. Again, the idea here is to present something big first, and then a second smaller request in order to get your second request accepted. Here's a fun one to try on somebody. Have you got $100 on you? I just need $100 just to carry me through the end of the week until I get paid. But, if you don't got $100, I'll even take $5. I just need to get something out of the vending machine real quick. Well, you might be thinking, whew, I can't do $100, but yeah, I could do $5. You see, the $5 request seems really reasonable compared to the $100 one that preceded it. You can apply this idea with your customers. When you want them to do something, ask for them to do something big first, then ask for something smaller. For example, I'm talking to a customer on the phone, and I want them to commit to an appointment. I might say something like this. Could you come in right away? Is it possible for you to stop what you're doing and head here right now? If you can't do that, I do have a slot available around 6 o'clock too. Well, the customer is likely to say, well, yeah, I can't come in right now, but maybe around 6 o'clock I could probably make that happen. Well, why would they be more inclined to accept the 6 o'clock request? Because the first thing was so big and ridiculous that the second thing seems reasonable compared to the first. That's the contrast principle. I encourage you to use this and try this principle with a customer to get even a better result than you're getting now. Now, let's go ahead and take the quiz to see how well you understood the idea.